What if I told you that one of the biggest companies in crypto is backed by some of the most evil people in the entire world? Would you believe me? Well, you're gonna find out today. Let's get it. Welcome to BitSquad Crypto. My name is Ben. Today we're gonna be taking a look at Circle and the evil backing behind it and what that means for the future. Now guys, also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure to smash that like button. Number one thing you can do to help out crypto adoption. You guys remember a couple weeks ago, we covered this story. Switch to the trusted and reputable digital dollar USDC. This is from Coinbase. USDC is one of the most trusted and reputable digital dollars. Convert your USDT to USD now with zero fees. Is this actually the banking infrastructure trying to take over the US dollar? And I'm going to argue the answer to that question is yes. And I think by the end of this video, you're going to agree with that. If you do, make sure to make a comment down below. Now, why are they doing this? Why convert USDT to USDC for free? Well, because Circle's trying to get rid of Tether in the United States so they can usher in USDC as the future digital dollar. We've done a lot of videos on why we believe that is true. So let's check out Circle. What is Circle, right? You may have, that's a circle. Everybody knows that, right? But this is the company Circle. When you hear Circle, you should hear one company, Goldman Sachs. So here, this is the website here. Money at internet speed. Take the step with a Circle account. Talks about USDC and Eurocoin. This is going to be the future CBDC of Europe and the European Union. Most likely, it's all right here in the open, guys. It's all out here in the open. They're not really trying to hide anything on the Circle website. A one-stop shop for managing digital currency. Interesting. A bank. All right. Now, who is behind Circle? This is the CEO, Jeremy Allaire. Now, who is this guy? He is the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Circle. You can find out a lot more stuff about him. But it says here, Jeremy Allaire is an American-born technologist and internet entrepreneur. He's CEO and founder of the digital currency company Circle and chairman of the board of Brightcove. With his brother JJ Allaire, he co-founded Allaire Corporation in 1995. Now, Jeremy Allaire is someone who quite frequently is on Capitol Hill speaking, on panels and committees. Why? Because he's very, very, very powerful. Now, who is one of Jeremy Allaire's best friends? Well, that's right, none other than Noam Chomsky. Now, who is this guy? He's an American public intellectual. Let me tell you, that's what I want to be known as, a public intellectual. A linguist, philosopher, cognitive scientist, historian, social critic, and political activist, sometimes called the father of modern linguistics. He's also a major figure in analytic philosophy and one of the founders of the field of cognitive science. He is 94 years old. Now, what is he known for, really? He's known for being a socialist. He's a big socialist, even so much to the point that he writes books on anarchy. And if you guys have followed along with we're not going to go too far down the political rabbit trail here of how he's connected to former President Obama and heavily connected to the Democratic wing. We're not going to turn this into a political video, but you just got to know this is the type of guy that Jeremy Allaire hangs out with. Okay, all right, now let's go here. Let's check this out. This is Crunchbase. This is where you can see certain investments. This is the Series C for Circle. I want to point out a couple things here. Number one, this is very important. May 28th, 2015. I want you to keep that date in mind as we move forward. Let's check this out. Let's see, who are the main backers of Circle? We got IDG Capital, and you also have GS Growth, provides preferred equity and mezzanine capital to high growth and technology driven companies. What is GS Growth? Goldman Sachs. You can dress a pig up any way you want to dress it up. It's still Goldman Sachs. Then we scroll down, let's check out who another investor here was. That's right, Digital Currency Group, Barry Silbert. If you didn't know, Barry Silbert got all of his money to start all of his companies from Li Ka-shing, who is a big Hong Kong tycoon, bought 25% of Vancouver back in the 90s, huge CCC proponent, and he's also the number 2 in a very mysterious Chinese organization. I'll let you guys figure out what that is. I'm not allowed to say it out loud. So let's move on here. Now, remember that date? 7 years ago would have been 2015. It doesn't have the exact date that this was published, but I will tell you the summer of 2014, we had the introduction of the bit license in New York. They had 1 year to comply. So you're looking at summer of 2015, this article was written. Summer of 2015, or late spring, May 28th, basically June, that's when the first money came in to Circle from Goldman Sachs. Picking up what I'm putting down now. First New York bit license issued. Who got the very first one? That's right, none other than Circle. Circle Mobile Payments Company. Bit license, the New York bit license framework granted its very first regulatory license to mobile payments company Circle this week. Circle Internet Financial was founded by Jeremy Allaire 2 years ago and is backed by Goldman Sachs, Inc. It is now the first startup legally allowed to offer digital currency services in the state of New York. So what a coincidence. They get a big series of funding right around the time that the bit license comes in and tries to turn the world of crypto into the traditional financial world. Now we have this. Goldman Sachs-backed startup Circle introducing a crypto version of the US dollar. They're not even trying to hide what they're doing, folks. This is by Kate Rooney here. Scroll down here. The Goldman Sachs-backed startup announced a new cryptocurrency pegged to the dollar in a $110 million investment round led by profitable crypto mining company Bitmain. So we got more Chinese, more CCP connection here, which brings Circle's value near $3 billion. The company announced on Tuesday. Jeremy Allaire says it unlocks an incredible amount of power for the dollar. It's basically a dollar that operates on blockchain. Once again, they're not trying to hide what they're trying to do. Like really think about this, guys. I want you to understand, they're not saying it provides liquidity for trading. They're literally saying it's basically a dollar operating on blockchain. That's not what you get when people describe stablecoins. Circle is one of the most well-funded blockchain startups with investors including Goldman Sachs and Baidu. Do you know what Baidu is? This is the Google of China. Here we go. All right, moving on here, we have this story. Breaking stablecoin firm Circle is July 8, 2021 to go public in $4.5 billion blank check deal. Who's the only people out there that can write blank checks like that? That's right, Goldman Sachs. Under the terms of the agreement, a new Irish holding company will acquire both Concord and Circle and become a publicly traded company that's expected to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker CRCL. The company said it would go public through a merger with blank check company Concord Acquisition Group in a deal valued at $4.5 billion. And we could certainly go much deeper in this video if we had more time to look at what these other companies are. Earlier this year, Circle co-founder and CEO Jeremy Allaire predicted that the company's USDC is on track to surpass payments giant PayPal in terms of transacted dollar value. Big difference, PayPal is not trying to be the dollar. Then we have this here, Goldman Sachs-backed crypto payments group Circle. Notice, this is what they lead with. They lead with Goldman Sachs. They lead with a bank. They're not saying Circle, backed by Goldman Sachs. They're not hiding it. Goldman Sachs is so far entrenched in what's going on in crypto. We're going to be uncovering a lot more of this in the coming weeks and months. You're going to be shocked how we've allowed a bank, traditional banking, the exact kind of people we don't want in crypto, to come in and take things over in a master plan to create the digital dollar as USDC so they control all the money. Think about that. Goldman Sachs is trying to become the bank of banks. They're trying to create the digital dollar and be in control of it. Goldman Sachs-based crypto payments group Circle aims to become a full reserve national digital bank. Digital payments company Circle plans to become a full reserve national commercial bank, according to the announcement by CEO Jeremy Allaire on Monday. Once again, let's think about this. Since Circle's founding, we have prioritized responsible financial services, innovation, and constructive engagement with regulators and public authorities in the US and around the world. The company said it would work under the supervision of bodies such as the Federal Reserve, the Treasury Department, the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or the FDIC. They're already plugged in to all the big players. Do the math here, guys. We're allowing the fox in the hen house. Now, there's a lot more here, guys, and we can go into so much more about this. The next thing we're going to cover is going to be the connections between Circle and, that's right, BlackRock, one of the most evil companies in the world, if not the most evil company in the world. In fact, a lot of the really evil companies in the world think this is a very evil company. So really want you to think about that. There is a lot of stuff tying BlackRock into this. You guys can see here, through our partnership with BlackRock, we've begun investing in the Circle Reserve Fund to manage a portion of the USD reserves. We expect the reserve composition will continue to be approximately 20% cash and 80% short duration US Treasuries. And of course, the biggest scam is when they convince you they're not a scam. We invite you to learn more about the USDC Reserve and Circle's approach to building trust and transparency. This here is exactly what there will not be with a digital dollar. So guys, if you like this video, this overview video of Circle, we're going to be getting much more into this in future videos. Make sure to smash that like button and comment down below. How does this sit with you? Are you happy that we've allowed Goldman Sachs to take control of one of the largest companies in crypto? Let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.